I'm guessing that you don't have children yet.
No, sir. That would be correct.
Okay. All right. So, but let's go fast forward in time here. Would you send your children to John De La Howe?
Yeah, I think I would if it's something that they're motivated and passionate about doing, and something that they want to go experience. Absolutely. Because that's something that I felt before I came there, and my parents, let me kind of follow what I wanted to do, and I had a great time, and now I'm here at Clemson studying what I studied at De La Howe, and so it all worked out.
All right. So, favorite class in high school? Were you like forestry or ag mech? What was it that you remember as being, the one thing that when you got out of the classroom, it's because you wanted to go do what?
It was ag mech for sure. We had a class second semester where there was a group of us that it was kind of like, it wasn't a free class by any means, but it was with Mr. Abrams. And if there was just anything that needed to be done on campus, like taking all the old shrubs out front of De La Howe Hall, or digging a trench out by the horse barn, or welding something. We welded a bunch and fabricated a bunch. That was most definitely my favorite.
All right, cool. I love it. And you?
I was going to say the exact same thing, that Ben had it whenever he was a senior, and I had it whenever I was a junior, and that's really something that I really enjoyed a lot, because it didn't exactly have a direct curriculum. Like, he had an idea for what he wanted to do with the day, and if there was anything that we needed to do on the farm, there was a direct, lesson in whether that's equipment or how to use tools or just a certain technique with like woodworking or something like that. Like it had a curriculum, but it wasn't a dead set curriculum throughout the year. You actually got to do like real world work, because you don't exactly know what you're going to do every day, especially within a class like that. But apart from that class, I really enjoyed our Aggieship class, which is kind of a little bit of wordplay on internship, basically.
Sure.
Aggieship was a lot of fun.
And that was a definition of go and do what you want to do. And what I did for my Aggieship, I did a few internships with people on campus, whether it was the farm manager, Eric McCall, or it was one of our ag teachers, Miss Caitlin Rhodes, and I did quite a lot of different things, and it really got me to broaden my mind about what all the jobs on campus do. And
okay, Ben, did you have a similar Aggieship experience? Something you want to share?
Yes, sir, I did, sir.
Yeah.
It is. We rode around in the mornings and went and fed all the animals and did small jobs, odd jobs that were needed. But that was a lot of fun. That was a good part of the day every day.
Coach Can, he's a shotgun team guy and fishing. Were you on shotgun team?
Yes, sir. I was on the shotgun team. Coach Charlie Davis, he was the man. He helped me learn a lot, and I learned a lot and had a lot of fun on that shotgun team.
That's awesome. So Coach Davis, still the coach for the shotgun team, and his daughter is a prolific shooter. Did you ever go head-to-head in a shooting contest with his daughter, and how'd you do?
I never did, because she graduated the year before I got there.
Okay.
So I never ended up meeting her or shooting with her, but there were a bunch of us that were buddies that were on the team, and we shot most days after school, and we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. So actually, if I'm not mistaken, Coach Davis's daughter is one of the assistant coaches on the shotgun team this year. Yeah, and Coach Can's taken over the fishing. Any either of you do fishing?
I never did.
I did not know.
No. And then SAEs. People always want to know about the SAE. You just have a little story or something to share about the SAE?
Yes, so SAE, for anybody who doesn't know, is Supervised Agricultural Experience, and it's one of the core parts of FFA. And obviously, at the Governor's School, FFA and 4-H are a very big part of what the school is. And they take their SAEs pretty seriously, not just within the Governor's School, but also within any FFA program. And especially at the Governor's School, they really go hard on the SAEs. And that's something that it's a project that you'll do either just one semester, or you can do it the entire time that you're there for all 3 years. And what my SAE was it was more research based. It was trying to find out if there was any type of equipment or any other pieces of equipment, farm equipment especially, that could be kind of altered just a little bit to, again, make it safer, more productive, or more accessible for anybody that may or may not need that little bit more accessibility on farm equipment. And I did that for, I'd say, 2 years out of the 3 years I was there, and I learned a lot. It's something that I encourage anybody to take very seriously, whether it's at the governor's school or any other school, is your SAE project, because it can take you for miles.
Yeah, so I did an SAE. My best friend's parents own a Christmas tree farm up 10 miles from here in 6 Mile. And so we, as seasonal as Christmas trees may sound, we work that farm pretty much year round, shearing, planting, cutting, painting, all kinds of stuff. And you know, it's got its busier seasons during the year, but there's a lot going on during the year. And so I did I guess for 2 semesters, I did my SAE on Christmas trees and had a good time. There was a lot that I kind of learned about it when I was, you know, obviously I'd been working there for a couple years, but there was a lot more I learned about it once I started digging deeper to put something together for my SAE. So it was a good experience. I enjoyed it.
Very cool. And so not everybody knows they paint the old Christmas trees, don't they?
Yes, sir. If you buy a Christmas tree that's not a Fraser fir, every single real Christmas tree you've bought has been painted.
That would be a great trivia question for people when you're out, you know, hanging out at the dorms. So back to dorms. If I didn't ask yet, how would you rate the quality of the De La Howe residence halls compared to college living?
Well,
It was good.
it was good.
Yeah.
And I will say this. Whenever I first went to De La Howe, it was straight from home to De La Howe. I thought it was like a solid 5 out of 10. But I come here to Clemson, and I wish I could have gone back.
Gotcha. And your thoughts?
It's kind of funny because we both lived in Palmetto and we're at De La Howe, and then last year as freshmen we lived in Calhoun, and it's not quite as nice, but I mean it's sufficient. It gets you by. You don't need anything crazy when you're here.
Yeah.
And so I mean, both were good. De La Howe was probably a little bit nicer. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
All right. Very cool. I like it.
They had some people to complain about
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday or Wing Wednesday,
Yeah,
but
they're haters.
they're haters. I
They're
enjoyed
haters.
it.
So, you know, you got 150 people. It doesn't matter what. You could feed people cheesecake for lunch, and somebody in the crowd's going to be like, yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, there's always going to be somebody.
Yeah. Things that you would think about at John De La Howe that may have prepared you for college. I know you talked a little bit about some of the real world applications from your experiences, but anything maybe in the classroom or just the whole idea that you had maybe a little bit more of a college environment in high school than most people, you know, the residential living, all that. Maybe you
Yeah.
could expand.
I would say there was more of a college environment living at De La Howe. Not a complete college environment by any means at all. But it was, you know, in the sense of you're living with your friends, you don't have your parents around, and so that was, I don't know, that was a lot of fun, and that was, I guess, a step in preparation for college or what college would be like. But in terms of classes, like all the fabrication and welding and ag mech, I guess especially with Mr. Abrams, that translated a lot. Especially last year we have what was it, ag fab? We had fab class. Did you take fab last year?
Yeah, I did. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember the exact name of the class.
It was like, I don't remember the number of it, but it was fab. It was an ag fab taught by Mr. Michael Masters. And going into that, I mean, it was just like I was back at De La Howe. It was easy. We were doing metal work, we were welding, and it was a lot of fun to get back into that because I hadn't done that since I'd left De La Howe, and so
Yeah.
that translated for sure.
I bet some of the students there were seeing that for the first time in their life, and you had 100 hours of background on that. Yeah, that's awesome. And anything that you can recall about how you may have been prepped for college from your De La Howe experience?
I say this a lot, and it's a pretty common answer, but honestly, it's the connections that whether it's like me and Ben, where we're good friends and we met at De La Howe, or it's the teachers that set you up to meet people that may or may not be a teacher here at Clemson. Like, it just really sets you up with the amount of connections and just really overall how comfortable you are to talk to people and to be around and in a college or semi-college setting like at De La Howe. Like,
Yeah.
it really just sets you up where even if, like, especially this goes into academics, right? Whether you don't know exactly what you want to do, or you're kind of hesitant, or you might know exactly what you want to do and you've thought that for quite a while, and then you go to De La Howe and you're like, oh, maybe I don't want to do that. Or you get to college and you're like, oh, maybe that there's something else that I want to do. And just overall, I will say that De La Howe, either put you on the road that you want to go on, or it will put you on a horse that will help you find a different road. Whether that's within academics or that's within, your social life, or just really trying to build people skills or anything like that, it really helps you become a more well-rounded person.
Awesome.
And that's just not within ag, that's within just everyday living.